Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So, I don't know. My camera keeps stopping and I don't understand why. So, we're going to do this for the fourth time today. A lot of you ask me about gelatos. A lot of you are new to mixed media, art journaling, and all that kind of stuff. And with the holidays, you guys have asked for gelatos. So, I want to show you a few cool things that you can do with gelatos and give you a quick tip, couple of quick things to do. And if you guys want a more in-depth video on gelatos, let me know down below. I'll be glad to do it because you can do so much with these gelatos. But I'm going to give you a few tips. And if you guys are watching and you have any tips, please put them down below for people because we all have such great ideas and tips, and I think it would be, beneficial. So here we go. So over here, I have a little bit, I gessoed this a little bit, just with regular gesso. And over here, there's no gesso. So I'm going to go over this real quick because I don't know why it just keeps cutting off. But I'm going to take this blue, and this is not gessoed over here. And you can see this is what you end up with. So I take this and I scribble on here, and I'm going to wet that. And over here where it's gessoed, I'm going to scribble. And you're going to see the difference of what happens with gesso and non-gesso. Now, I have many recipes to make your own gesso, so you can definitely check that out. But if you have gesso, all the same, or you can even put white paint down. That's what I do. I use it as the faux gesso. Okay, so I'm activating this, and then I'm going to activate this. Okay, and pull it out this way, just to cover that so you guys can see. And then pull this out, because what I want you guys to see how nice and smooth this is over here on the gesso. Well, this is not gessoed over here, and you can see these lines in here, right? And they just soak into the paper because of there being no protection from the gesso. Now, how to get around this if you don't have gesso? Well, thanks for asking. I'm going to tell you right now. All right, so how to get around this is, let me move my camera for a second. All right, we're going to do down here and pick a color that you like and put it on a piece of freezer paper, your palette. This is a non-stick sheet, whatever you have, and scribble it on there. Okay, take a paintbrush. You don't want it soaking sopping wet, but you want it damp. Go in and activate that. That's why, a foam plate is good, a palette, whatever you have. All right, so you're going to activate it. You're going to pick it up. This is a non-gessoed part, but look how smooth that goes on. So if you don't have gesso, it's all right. I prefer to pick it up this way. I don't prefer to draw on here as much unless I'm doing my mixed media paintings. If I'm doing a mixed media painting where I want that texture that you see there, and even in this purple, oh, so excited, I'm choking. That's what you get. I'm okay with that. But if you're doing a card or anything to that you don't want that look, you want it to be nice and colorful and smooth, I say put it on something and then pick it up and paint it on the best way. Now, they also, if you go to Michael's and Joann's and AC Moore and all them, they have gelato kits where you get a brush, stencil brush. You get a little stencil, but you can use any stencil that you have. You'll get a spray mister, and you will also get a eyedrop container. And what they're for is the eyedrop container and the mister are for you to take a little piece of your gelato and put it in the water and let it dissolve. And then you can use it as a spray, or you can use it as, on your dropper. Okay, so I'm going to pick another color here. So I'm going to use this as my stencil. Now, I like to pick up my gelato from here. I'm going to wet that there. And then I'm going to use this. I'm going to just wet the tip of the brush, not a lot. And I'm going to go in and I'm lifting that up just like this. I'm just going to lift it all up. I'm going to go in, and now I'm going to stencil, and I'm just moving it around in circles. You want to add another color, by all means, and you can use any stencil that you have for this, right? It doesn't just have to be this, but it's nice for you to practice and all that kind of stuff. And you can pick up more or put more down, whatever you want. Like I said, layer different colors and all kinds of stuff. Okay, and then you lift it up and see you get that nice bird. Okay, so now that you know the basic, here's what I'm going to tell you that I like to do. And this can be done in any way. It makes this permanent. I'm going to pick a color. Pick a color. How about some orange? Okay, I'm going to pick a color. I'm going to move this just out just a second, a smidge. I'm going to take my orange and I'm putting it on my, whether it's your palette, wax paper, palette paper, whatever you got, right? I put it there. I'm going to take a little bit of clear gesso. Now, why I'm using clear gesso, and I'm just doing a couple drops, because clear gesso dries clear. You don't want to necessarily use white gesso because it'll change the color of that. It'll make it lighter, obviously, because you're adding white to it. Now, that might be what you want, and I'm saying go for it. But you also can use white school glue instead of the clear gesso because that also dries clear. So if you want a demo of that, let me know. And you can see I'm just mixing it in. And I'm just going to take, we'll do right here. And, you know, you mix more, you know, for what you need. I'm just doing it for here. And then I'll color it in, paint it in. And of course, you take your time and do it, you know, the way you want. You know, I'm obsessed with hearts, so. Okay, so you see, you know, you paint it in, you do whatever. You can even do it if you want to with your bird, you know, your stencil, whatever stencil you're using. I'm just going to pat it in, right? Pick up any more that you have. Okay. All right, so we're going to leave that dry for a second. Now I'm going to show you the other side since the other side's dry. And this is the gesso. Okay, so this is the gessoed side that I did. This is the non-gesso side. This is the heart I did with the clear gesso. Again, you can use white school glue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to show you how it helps fix that down to your paper so it doesn't smear as much. So I have my paintbrush, got it wet. I'm going in. It's all wet. Listen, it's not moving. That's a gelato. And that is how you fix a gelato down to paper. Now, right here, I have pieces of the gelato that have nothing to do with this. But so obviously I'm scrubbing really hard and it's lifting up. But you saw when I first did it, it did nothing. It did not move. That's me scrubbing real hard and like kind of peeling it off, rubbing it off. But look at that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then here's our orange one. That's still going to be wet, so that'll run if I do that. But that's how simple. So much fun, so quick. Gives you so many ideas just to start off and to play. Like I said, if you don't have clear gesso, use your white school glue. You're going to get the same effect. I'm going to dry this heart real quick. It's just, they're so much fun to play with. Think of them, you know, I love Crayola slick sticks as well. They're a lot cheaper. You get a lot more in the package. So I do like those, and I have those. I've done many, many demos on those. But I know a lot of you are really interested in the gelatos, and I understand that, you know, and especially if you ask for them for a present, you know, for the holidays. So, all right. So I just wanted to dry that for a second so I can show you that as well. And I have my brush. And look, right through it, right through it, right through it, right through it, nothing. Does not move. And I'm going to show you how wet it is so you can see that I'm really using a lot of water. Well, I was going to, but it's not showing how much water I used. So you can kind of see there. Look. A lot of water. It's not going into the white. You can hear me scraping it. Not moving. Fixed. Perfect. So let me know if this helped you guys. Give me a thumbs up if you like seeing these little demos, these quick demos. Leave me any questions you have down below. Please, if anybody has tips as well, please let them put them down below so others can read them and also learn. And any questions, the same, ask me. I love it. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. I love putting out great content for you guys. I do it probably about 5-6 times a week, depending. I love showing how to make things at home or to use your supplies more than one way. I love it. And I just am so happy and so blessed. And I hope you all have a fantastic holiday. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And I will see you again in the next video. Bye, guys.